right, hello everyone and welcome to the Central Warriors basketball radio broadcast. We're here at Central High School in Norton, Virginia. I'm Austin Urie and I'm joined by Chris Wilson. We're getting ready for the varsity boys matchup here, first round of the Mountain 7 District Tournament. Got the Central Warriors taking on the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Chris, the last two times these teams have played, Ridgeview's came away victorious both times. What do you think it's going to take for Central to get over the hump?
Well, as the saying goes, Austin, it's tough to beat a team three times, and that's where we are at here in the season now. It's a time where you're getting ready to play someone for most likely the third time. The oddity here is Ridgeview has beaten Central twice, but Central is the better seed. This is the 3 seed versus the 6 seed, and you don't see it a whole lot where the bottom seed has beaten the top seed twice. So Ridgeview has that challenge tonight of trying to figure out a way to beat this Central Warriors team for a third time. And the Warriors come in tonight as the seeding favorite. So, if this was a game in Vegas, I don't know who would be the favorite. Central comes in, as we said, the better seed. But Ridgeview has won both times these two teams have met. The last time, a very tight, game. Final score was 70-69. It came down to the final couple possessions, and Ridgeview came out victorious. The first two times these two teams met in Ridgeview, it was all Wolfpack. They won that game 59-41 and pretty much cruised from about the second quarter on. That game was never in doubt as the Wolfpack pretty much blew the doors off Central Warriors that night. But it's a new season. The regular season is over. Those two games really don't mean a whole lot at this point. It's pretty much a win in advance and a lose and you go home for the most part. There's some ways that could break down to where Central, if they lost tonight, they wouldn't go home. But it would be a tall order from that point on if they were to lose and stick around. But I'm expecting a top ball game, a good ball game. And as I've said, it's tough to beat a good team three times. I think Ridgeview's going to have a tough time doing that tonight.
Well, the Warriors definitely have plenty of game film to look at as far as the Ridgeview Wolfpack. Played them twice already. And just looking at the two teams as they're warming up here, if you were taking a blind bet, didn't know the history of the teams, you just had to go based off of what the teams looked like, I would pick Central. They're a lot longer, a lot more athletic in my opinion. Ridgeview's just kind of gotten lucky, and a lot of that is Gabe Counts. He's put it to him both times. And I think if Central can slow him down and play good defense, and then offensively, for some reason they just can't get it going the way they usually can when they play this team. It's going to take some better scoring on offense, slowing down Gabe Counts, and good all-around defense. But like you said, it's rare to see a team win 3 times in a row against an opponent. So hopefully Central can play a little bit better and come away with the win.
Yeah, you mentioned the defensive aspect. The last time these two teams met, Central Warriors gave up 70 to the Wolfpack. They got to play a lot better defense tonight. They cannot allow Ridgeview to get out and score 70 points, obviously. I talked to some of the coaches, and we'll see what Central does on defense coming out. We may see some adjustments. Again, as you said, Gabe Counts, in that first contest, and I was there, he pretty much went off, scored a lot of his points from the free throw line, but he was almost perfect, I believe, on that night. Maybe missed one free throw all night long. And then the last time he was here, when you and Chad called that game, again, another good game there. And a big shooting night from Ridgeview, from what I can gather. Again, they're pretty dangerous from beyond the three-point arc, so Central's going to figure out a way to limit the three-point opportunities, or at least limit the open three-point opportunities. And again, find a better way to stop them on defense. If they can stop them on the defensive side, I think Central comes out here now with the victory and advances to Wednesday.
Well, looks like we got about 35 seconds till this game gets underway with the opening ceremonies. Kelly Foster has mic in hand. We'll let you listen in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to welcome everyone to tonight's Mountain 7 District first round of the tournament contest between the visiting Ridgeview Wolfpack and your homestanding Central Warriors. If everyone would please rise and direct your attention toward the flag here in the center. Central High's ladies in red are going to come and perform tonight's national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, where so gallantly streamed and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now the starting lineup for the visiting Ridgeview Wolfpack. At forward, a sophomore, number 1, Trenton Atkins. At guard, a senior, number 3, Gabe Counts. At guard, a senior, number 5, Tyler O'Quinn. At guard, a sophomore, number 32, Gabe Brown. Forward, a junior, number 34, Brody Counts. Wolfpack are coached by Evan McCown. And now the starting lineup for your Central Warriors. At guard, a senior, number 12, Tyler Harvard. At guard, a senior, number 30, Nick Stowe. Junior, number 14, Elijah Hayes. And junior, number 24, Tyler Lester. A senior, number 44, the Warriors are coached by TJ McDaniels, assisted by Stevie Lewis, Jesse Roberts.
Well, there you go, Austin, the ever loud and the ever vocal Kelly Foster with the starting lineup.
He just wants to make sure you folks at home can hear him. So it looks like ready to get this game underway here. Looks like Collins and Adkins will be battling for the tip-off. Again, starting 5 on the floor for the Warriors: Bryson Collins, Ben Styler, Damai Lester, Elijah Hayes, and Tyler Vanover. Tip is up. Yeah, Ridgeview wins the tip. O'Quinn has it. And we'll get this contest underway. O'Quinn hustles across half court. He's picked up by Vanover. He's on the right side. Finds Gabe Counts in the right corner. Counts comes out to the top of the key, then drives in at the elbow. Hands off to Brody Counts. Brody Counts with it. Pulls at the elbow. His shot, no good. Hayes defensive rebound, Warriors the other way. Hayes almost lost his dribble, hangs on to it, finds Damon Lester, right wing, back to Hayes, top of the key. Gives it back to Lester, and he'll come towards the top of the key at the volleyball line, finds Stallard, passes right back to Lester. Lester to Stallard once again. Vanover in the right corner, finds Hayes. Out to Ben Stallard. Now Lester, that's a three from the left wing, and it's good. Warriors open up with a quick three from Damon Lester.
A couple of quick notes. I know it was the topic of conversation. Who was going to guard Gabe Counts? So far, it's Damon Lester. And on that offensive possession, Elijah Hayes in the post. So that's one quick change we're seeing from the Warriors.
Brody Counts has it now for the Wolfpack. He's on the right wing, guarded by Ben Stallard. He'll pass to Brown, then to O'Quinn. O'Quinn driving in, stops. Before he put the shot up, shuffled his feet. A travel, it's Warrior ball. So Collins will inbound to Lester. 6:40 left here in this first quarter. Warriors up 3. Lester crosses half court, passes to Vanover. He gives it back to Lester, who finds Ben Stallard. To Tyler Vanover. That's a corner three. And that one's good from Vanover. 6-0 Warriors off 2 quick threes. Counts has it. He's guarded by Lester. Hustles ahead. Drives in, goes up against Collins. Partially blocked by Collins. They're going to say it's out on Bryson Collins, so Ridgeview will hold on to possession. Now Brown looking to inbound under his own goal. Finds Brody, counts, blocked by Stallard. Hayes with it now for the Warriors. Fast break, ahead to Vanover, back to Hayes. He steps into a three. That one's up and no good. Brody Counts comes down with the rebound. Hands off to O'Quinn. Wolfpack the other direction. O'Quinn still with it. Guarded by Vanover. Top of the key. Dump pass into Adkins. Wide open. Misses the hook shot. Well, more of a scoop, rather. Nevertheless, misses the shot. Hayes with it. Hands off to Lester. Lester heading right. Finds Vanover. He's on the right wing. Passes to Stallard. To Hayes. Short mid-range shot, no good. Gabe Counts comes away with it. Fast break now for the Wolfpack. Brown, a deep three. That one's no good. Adkins comes away with it. Pass to O'Quinn. Back to Adkins. Tries to get it to Gabe Counts. Ball sails out of bounds. Warrior ball.
Yeah, again, we're seeing that change so far for the Warriors. Elijah Hayes in the post. Good job flashing to the free throw line. Actually had a pretty open shot, just missed it. And probably the worst defensive possession right there by the Warriors. Gave up an easy three from Brown. Luckily for them, they missed it. And then the turnover by Atkins gives the ball back to the Warriors.
Another corner three from Vanover. That one is no good, but Collins comes down with it. His put back, no good. Brown comes down with it. Hands off to O'Quinn. Ridgeview the other way. Top of the key now, O'Quinn. He drives in towards the block to Atkins. Out to Brown. To O'Quinn. Gabe Counts, drives the baseline, finds Brown in the right corner to O'Quinn. Foot was on the line, shot's no good. Collins rebound, pass to Lester. Warriors running the floor. Lester goes in, wild shot, no good. Hayes comes down with it, his put back, no good. Collins fighting for it. Hayes eventually comes down with it to Vanover. A corner three from the left side is good. 3 3-pointers to open this game for the Warriors. They're up 9-0. Inbound pass to Brown. He passes to O'Quinn. O'Quinn guarded by Vanover. That pass stolen by Hayes in a fast break now. He'll take it himself. Layup is no good. They're going to say it was off of O'Quinn. Off of O'Quinn. Warriors ball.
That looked like one of those plays again. Elijah Hayes kind of had maybe thoughts of maybe throwing it down. And instead of just making sure he took the easy two, he kind of got in between what to do and just missed the layup.
Hayes receives the inbound pass, passes to Lester. Lester will pull from the elbow. Shot short. Adkins comes down with it. Passes to Gabe Counts. Ahead to Brody Counts. To O'Quinn. 3:50 left in this opening quarter. O'Quinn has it, crosses over and drives in. Pass out to Brown. To Gabe Counts. He'll take that wide open three, and that one falls. So nothing but threes so far. 9-3, Warriors still up. Lester passes ahead to Vanover. to Hayes. Into Collins. Pass couldn't quite get there, and Gabe Counts comes away with it. A fast break now for the Wolfpack. Counts will pull up. Shot's no good. Adkins offensive rebound. Passes out to Brown. That's a three from the top of the key. That one's short. Rebounded by Hayes. Long pass ahead to Stallard. He's in the right corner. To a cutting Collins. That layup is up and good from Bryson Collins. Makes it 11-3 Warriors. But Gabe Counts with it now. Guarded by Lester. Lester really pressuring Counts. He'll pass to Brown. Brown to O'Quinn. O'Quinn to Adkins at the elbow. Brody Counts with it now. Back to Brown. Brody Counts with it left corner into Adkins. Tipped and eventually stolen by Damon Lester. Fast break, passes ahead to Hayes. Layup is up, no good. O'Quinn comes away with it. Wolfpack on a fast break. That layup is up and good. Makes it 11-5 Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors missed two good opportunities on fast break layups, but unfortunately they just didn't convert.
Vanover misses a transition three. Collins rebound, passes out to Lester. Back to Collins. Finds Vanover. Another three attempt. That one's no good. Brown rebound. And now a timeout for the Wolfpack. So the Warriors off to a quick start. Hit three three-pointers. Ridgeview hits one as well, but right now the Warriors at 6.
Yeah, pretty fast-paced opening start here. We've almost played 6 minutes, and that was the first time out. Now that no free throws, not a lot of stoppage of play so far here in the first quarter. Last three by Ridgeview right there was just one of those cases where Ridgeview got some penetration in. They swung the ball around, found the open man, and Gabe Counts, and he knocked down the three. Again, that's got to be an emphasis of focus for the Warriors is don't give up any open threes, especially to Brown and to Counts. And then on the other side, the Warriors really, they've got 11 points right now. They could very easily be close to 20. A couple open threes just didn't fall. A couple layups already missed. Very easily could be up by double digits. So you have to kind of hope that those missed opportunities here early on don't come back to bite them as this game plays out. Still a long way to go.
It's like number 2, Nick Phillips, as well as number 13, Austin Mullins, check in for the Wolfpack. And for Central, Ben Brickey, Landon Elkins, and Jordan Bishop check in.
It looks like Ben Brickey will now be charged with the responsibility of guarding Brody Counts, or Gabe Counts.
So Counts has it. He's guarded by Brickey. Finds Brown, top of the key, to Phillips. Phillips to Mullins. Stolen by Hayes. Pass ahead to Vanover. That layup blocked by Brown. Brickey comes down with it, then blocked by Brody Counts. Gabe Counts in transition now. Bad pass stolen. And they're going to say that Bishop couldn't quite get it in bounds. It's out of bounds, Ridgeview ball.
That good hustle right there by Jordan Bishop to stop the transition layup. Yeah, he went out of bounds, but he prevented a layup by Ridgeview.
So Brown looking inbound under his own basket. Finds a cutting Gabe Counts. Wild shot as he falls to the floor. No good. Vanover gets the rebound. Passes ahead to Hayes. To Bishop. Bishop finds Vanover. Top of the key at the volleyball line. Back to Bishop. He'll pull that three from the right corner. It's no good. Brickey comes down with it to Vanover. Back out to Bishop. Into Hayes on the block. Back to Vanover. He'll hop, step in. Floater's up and good. Makes it 13-5, Warriors lead.
Good offensive possession right there by the Warriors. They kept moving the ball around. Got the easy shot right there from Tyler Vanover.
Brown has it here for the Wolfpack. Right at a minute left to play here in this opening quarter. Gabe Counts with it now, trying to drive in. Passes out to Brody Counts. That's a three. That one's no good. Mullins gets the long rebound. Drives back in. His shot is up, no good. Rebound goes to Landon Elkins. Pass ahead to Vanover. Vanover to Hayes. Hayes' short-range shot is good. Makes it 15-5. Warriors up 10. Gabe Counts with it, hustling down the floor, guarded by Elkins. 30 seconds left. Counts puts up a shot. No good. Bishop comes down with the rebound, passes to Elkins. He passes ahead to Vanover. Vanover will drive in, but he's blocked. They're going to say he was fouled as well, so Tyler Vanover will get to shoot the first free throws of the game.
Well, Austin, I was getting ready to say we were going to play an entire quarter without a foul being called. We made it to 19.7 seconds before the foul got called. And with that said, Gabe Counts is getting extremely frustrated. He's looking for some foul calls, and he's not getting them, both on the dribble transition and on some of his shots. On that last possession, he sort of stood underneath his own basket and was in no hurry to get back and play defense, wanting a foul to be called on him, at least on the Warriors, on the other side.
Tyler O'Quinn will check in as Vanover hits his first free throw, makes it 16-5, Warriors up 11. Vanover at the line for his second attempt. It's up. That one's no good. Rebound by Mullins. Passes to Brody, counts, then to O'Quinn. 13 seconds left. Pass to Phillips, stolen by Vanover. Ahead to Hayes. Hayes, a bullet pass into Elkins on the block, out of bounds. It'll be Ridgeview ball. Looks like Brody Allison will check in here for Tyler Vanover with 6.3 left.
Feels like Ethan Mullins going to check in
for Hayes. So brought up from the JV squad, he'll get some minutes here.
And he's going to be charged with guarding Gabe Counts on his first possession. There was 6 seconds left and loses him right off the bat.
O'Quinn with it, pulls a three, won't go, and the buzzer sounds. So after one here, Warriors up 16-5, an 11-point lead.
Yeah, that's my fault. He's actually guarding O'Quinn right there, not Counts. Counts is on the bench for those final 6 seconds.
So an exciting first quarter, a lot of three-pointers falling, high-paced game. Warriors able to come out and get some to fall, play pretty good defense. You mentioned they put Damon Lester on Gabe Counts. Of course, Counts, very athletic, likes to hustle. I'd say Lester is probably one of the quickest from a standstill that the Warriors have. He's very athletic, and so far he's done a great job of containing Counts.
Yeah, I know that was one of the topics of conversation amongst the coaching staff as to who to put on Gabe Counts. And we see right off that first possession, they're going to go with some of the more athletic, quicker guards that they have. We saw Damon Lester on him a lot. Looks like Damon set the check back in to start the second period. But I expect, Damon Lester, maybe Landon Elkins, and we even saw Ethan Mullins checking in right there for that final 6 seconds. So you're probably going to see some of the quicker, more athletic guards that the Warriors have being assigned the task of trying to keep up with Gabe Counts tonight. So far it works. Warriors with a 16-5 lead after the first period.
Well, if I had to pick any player to guard Gabe Counts, I'd probably pick Lester. Very, very quick from a standstill, very athletic. I think he's the best matchup for him.
Looks like we're set to begin the second period for the Warriors. It's going to be Landon Elkins, Ben Stowler, Damon Lester, Bryson Collins, and Tyler Vanover on the court. For the Wolfpack, it looks like we have number 3. That's going to be Gabe Counts. Number 5, Tyler O'Quinn. Number 2, number 2, Phillips, Atkins, as well as Mullins, number 13. Warriors turn the ball over on the first possession. Gabe Counts drives in. He's going to shoot an easy, uncontested layup. So 15 seconds in, the Warriors with a turnover. And just like that, on the inbounds pass, the Warriors turn it over yet again. So 18 seconds in, and we have 2 turnovers by Central. Not exactly how they wanted to start this second period. First turnover was just a bad pass. Damon Lester not really paying attention to it. And then he steps over the inbounds line and turns it right back over. So Ridgeview with the ball. Gabe Counts has it. He gives it over to O'Quinn. Back to Gabe Counts. Out just inside the volleyball line with Damon Lester guarding him. He penetrates into his left. Tries to force a pass into Mullins. The ball is going to be deflected out of bounds off the hands of the Warriors. It will stay with the Wolfpack. Tyler O'Quinn set the inbound the ball for Ridgeview. Gabe Counts pops out and takes the inbounds pass in the corner. He still has it in the corner. Now we have a switch on defense, and now Tyler Vanover guards Counts. But the ball is now in the hands of O'Quinn. Over to Mullins. He drives in. Bryson Collins on him. Mullins up over top. It's good. Ridgeview now trails by 7, 16-9. Landon Elkins brings it back down the court, gives it to Damon Lester. Elijah Hayes now at the scores table set to check back in for the Warriors. Over to Vanover. Vanover penetrates to his left. Fadeaway jump shot is good. Warriors now doubling up Ridgeview 18-9. Ridgeview with it. O'Quinn races up ahead. He hits Mullins. Mullins drives baseline. His shot hits the bottom of the backboard. No good. Landon Elkins sprints ahead. His layup is up and good. Central back up by double digits, lead 20-9. O'Quinn now has it being guarded by Vanover. He gets the ball down to the elbow, now penetrates into the lane. pump fakes, gives it to Atkins. He kicks it over to Mullins. His mid-range jump shot hits nothing at all. Landon Elkins comes away with the airballed rebound and races up ahead. Over to Ben Stout on the left wing. He takes a three. It rattles in and out, no good. Landon Elkins flies in and gets the rebound. His pass to Ben Stallard gets deflected out of bounds. The official says last touch by Ben Stallard. It will go to Ridgeview with 6:22 left in the first half. Elijah Hayes checks in for the Warriors, replacing Landon Elkins. Ridgeview's inbounds pass is deflected out of bounds by Damon Lester. They'll reset. O'Quinn now inbounds it to Gabe Counts. And Gabe Counts being frustrated here so far through the first period plus, as Damon Lester's pretty much locked him down. O'Quinn now has it. He loses control for a second. Now kicks it over to Brown. Brown takes the three from the wing. It's good. 20-12. Central now on top. Tyler Vanover the other way. His mid-range jump shot's no good. Rebounded by O'Quinn. He races it up ahead. He penetrates in. Gets bumped from behind, but makes the layup. It's 20-14 Central. Damon Lester now with it. He crosses half court, kicks it over to Ben Stallard. Ben Stallard cross court to Tyler Vanover. Vanover to Lester at the top of the key. Ridgeview in a 2-3 zone. Ben Stallard now has it on the left wing, now to the top of the key to Vanover. Crowd's being loud now on the Ridgeview Wolfpack side. Elijah Hayes skips it over to no one. It's stolen away by Brown. Brown comes in, lays it up and in. Sorry, that's Counts. Brody Counts with the layup. It's good. Ridgeview now trails by 4. I believe the last three was actually by Brody Counts, not Brown. Damon Lester now has it at the top of the key. Central's lead has been trimmed down to 4. Inside to Elijah Hayes. His shot is blocked by Brody Counts. Sails out of bounds. Ball will stay with Central. Now Brown set the check back in, as well as Austin's favorite player, Timmy Hess. Austin doesn't have too many favorite players from other teams, but I know Timmy Hess is one of his favorites.
Great name.
Damon Lester shoots a three from the corner. It hits the back of the iron, no good. Loose ball rebound, sails out of bounds. Last touch by Adkins of the Wolfpack. So Central will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. 5:01 left here in the first half. Central clinging to a 4-point lead. Ridgeview on a 7-0 run. Elijah Hayes set to inbound the ball. He does so to Tyler Vanover. Vanover goes inside to Hayes. Hayes penetrates in, gets tripped up, loses control. It's stolen away by Hess. Hess comes in, shoots the layup. It's good. Central now only up by 2. Ridgeview now on an 9-0 run. Elijah Hayes on the block. His turnaround jump shot, no good. Loose ball rebound, finally come away by Gabe Counts. He races it ahead. His layup, it's good. An 11-0 run by Ridgeview, and we are tied at 20. Tyler Vanover gives it to Damon Lester. His pass is deflected and stolen by Gabe Counts. He pushes it ahead. His layup is no good. Brown with the rebound. It's good. Ridgeview now on top, 22-20. Coach McAmus wants a timeout as Ridgeview has gone hot and Central has gone cold. Ridgeview on a 13-0 run over the last 2 minutes, and they have taken a 2-point lead as they lead the Central Warriors 22-20. Austin, just some sloppy play and some failure to execute shots over this last couple of minutes, and suddenly Ridgeview has gone on a tear. A 13-0 run has suddenly erased an 11-point Central lead and has now turned into a 2-point deficit.
Well, the Wolfpack just upped the defensive intensity there a little bit. Warriors making some very sloppy passes, cross-court passes. And in transition, Wolfpack, they're making their layups. It's a lot like Central's girls team. And Warriors, who kind of lived by the 3 there in the first quarter, can't seem to get anything to fall here.
Timeout's over. Ball now in the hands of Elijah Hayes. He skips it over to Tyler Vanover. Vanover hands it off to Landon Elkins, and the Warriors will reset. They're joined by Jordan Bishop and Ben Brickey now playing the post. Landon Elkins gives it over to Elijah. Elijah to Bishop. His turnaround jump shot in the lane's no good. Ben Brickey comes down to rebound. Kicks it out to Hayes. Hayes inside to Bishop. Bishop makes the easy layup. We're tied again at 22. Good offensive ball movement right there by Central Warriors coming out after the timeout. They've now switched defenses into a half-court zone. And we have an illegal screen that's going to be called on Austin's man, Timmy Hess. Ball will go back to the Warriors on that turnover. That will be just the second foul so far here in the half. Both fouls have been called on Ridgeview. Landon Elkins has it. We are tied at 22, 3.5 left in the first half. Elijah Hayes has it, gives it to Tyler Vanover in the corner. He takes the three. It's too strong. Ben Bricky comes down with the rebound. He's blocked from behind by Brown. They try to race ahead. Landon Elkins tries to save it, unable to do so. Ben Bricky had pretty much a easy gimme layup, but Brown came in from behind and swatted it from behind. That led to a transition play for Ridgeview. They got a little too much in a hurry, nearly lost it out of bounds, but they'll retain possession underneath their own basket. Brown looking for someone to inbound it to. He finally does throw to Atkins. Ball's deflected and stolen away by Elkins. Tyler Vanover now has it racing ahead. His floater is good. Warriors retake a 2-point lead, 24-22. Gabe Counts now in front of the Warriors bench. He's trapped and finds Atkins. His skip pass inside to Hess is deflected out of bounds by Elijah Hayes. Ball will stay with the Wolfpack as we now have checking in Tyler O'Quinn and number 23, Joey Yates. They will take the place of Brody Counts and Timmy Hess. Brown set the inbound. He lobs it in to Gabe Counts just in front of us on the right wing. He goes up top now to Tyler O'Quinn. Now O'Quinn goes inside to Yates. Back to O'Quinn. He penetrates in, being guarded by Lester. Back to Yates, back to O'Quinn. He takes the three. It's no good. Rebounded by Tyler Vanover. He's knocked down on the rebound, and that will be a foul. That will be the Wolfpack's third team foul against Central. Warriors have played a pretty clean 13 minutes plus without a foul. Landon Elkins has it. Warriors up by 2, 2.5 left in the half. Tyler Vanover, Elijah Hayes, Bishop, and Ben Bricky still on the court as his teammates. Elijah Hayes now has it, and Ridgeview in their 2-3 zone. They've been in it all night. Jordan Bishop has it in the short corner. His bounce pass to Elkins. Good pass, good layup by Elkins. Warriors now up by 4. Ridgeview went on a 13-0 run. The Warriors now on a mini 4-0 run of their own. Lob inside is deflected by the Warriors. Tyler Vanover races ahead. He gets it. His layup is up, and it's good. Warriors now on a 6-0 run as they now lead by 6. Gabe Counts has it. He penetrates in, and with just under 2 minutes left in the half, Landon Elkins will be called for the first team foul on Central. He bumped Counts on the drive. The foul will be called on the floor. Ridgeview will inbound it on the side. Looks like number 34, Brody Counts, has checked back in, replacing Joey Yates for Ridgeview. Gabe Counts has it over here on the right wing directly in front of us. He's being guarded by Landon Elkins out past the volleyball line. Warriors now in a 2-3 zone. O'Quinn inside to Atkins. Atkins kicks it out to Brown. He takes the three. It's good. That trims the lead in half. Central now up by 3. Elijah Hayes now with it over to Landon Elkins. Elkins the Bishop. Bishop the Vanover. Vanover takes the three. It's too strong off the back of the iron. Elijah Hayes skies for the rebound. His pass inside the Bishop's a good one. Bishop with a layup. Warriors back on top by 5. 1:20 left in the half. Ridgeview now with it over to that was Brody Counts. He tried to give it over to Brown. Brown loses control of the bad pass. It sails into the Warriors bench. Officials were going to say last touched by Brown, so Central will get the possession back with 1:15 left. Landon Elkins dribbles it up slowly. He crosses the volleyball line, skips over to Elijah Hayes. Hayes inside to Bricky. Bricky's shot hits the top of the backboard. No good. Rebounded by O'Quinn. O'Quinn has it stolen from behind by Landon Elkins. No one yelled wolf. Elkins with the steal. Elkins penetrates in, kicks it out to Vanover. Vanover dribbles to his left, skips it over to Hayes. Hayes pulls it back out, surveys the defense, kicks it back over to Vanover. But before doing so, Hayes is called for a double dribble. That'll be another unforced turnover with 47 seconds left in the half. Look like we have some substitutions. Coach McCain has decided otherwise. Ridgeview ball. They inbound the ball in front of their own bench. O'Quinn will be the point guard. He'll bring it across with 42 seconds left. Warriors in a 2-3 zone, extending it out near the volleyball line. O'Quinn goes inside to Counts. That's Brody Counts, who goes to Gabe Counts. Gabe Counts is trapped in the corner. He has no one to throw it to. Ben Bricky tried to reach in and tie him up. I thought he was going to have a jump ball call. Instead, the official decides that was a foul. So they will call, I believe the foul is going to be on Ben Bricky. That will be his first and the Warriors' second. Brown set the inbound the basketball in front of the Warriors bench. He throws it up high up over top to Gabe Counts. Gabe Counts now holds it. We're down to 25 seconds. Ball goes to O'Quinn, goes inside to Brody Counts. Brody Counts kicks it back out to Gabe Counts, who takes the three. It hits the side of the rim, no good. Elijah Hayes with the rebound. Warriors up by 5, down to 12 seconds. Hayes penetrates in, shoots the right-handed floater. It's good. Down to 8 seconds. Warriors up by 7. O'Quinn has it. Not exactly sure how much time's left, I don't believe. He drives in, pump fakes. He shoots the shot from the free throw line. It's good as the buzzer sounds. The shot will be good. It will count. That will cut the lead down to 5, and with that buzzer, that signals the end of the first half. And at the end of the first half, it's Central Warriors 32, the Ridgeview Wolfpack 27. Austin, all I can say about that first half is I liked it. Not a lot of fouls called, not a lot of stoppages. It was an up and down, back and forth half. Central got up by 11. Next thing you know, Ridgeview goes on about a 13-0 run, takes a 2-point lead, and then suddenly Central comes out and goes on about an 8-0 run. So kind of had an NBA feel, up and down, teams going on runs. And at the end of 16 minutes, we're on the good side of the scoreboard with Central up by 5.
That is right. And as usual, cheerleaders getting ready to do their routine. Probably some loud music in the store. I'll give you my thoughts here shortly.
Get some stats.
All right, so after a base field segment there from the cheerleaders, we're back. Chris mentioned there the first half had its ups and downs. You know, that second quarter there at the start, Ridgeview played great defense, caused a lot of turnovers, was able to score in transition. And then after that timeout from the Warriors, they went on a little run themselves, played some good defense, caused some turnovers. Not as many points in transition, but was able to score. Hayes had a good little end of the quarter there. And the Warriors, able to put together a scoring streak, puts them up by 5 here at halftime. One thing that I think Coach McCamus is going to stress is that you can't let this team stick around, because they can get hot shooting threes, and that's the last thing the Warriors need is to let them stick around within 10, and then last few minutes of the game they start hitting threes. Next thing you know, you're down and possibly losing.
Yeah, we mentioned before the game, Austin, that the defense was going to be the key for Central tonight. Again, they gave up 70 points to Ridgeview last time these two teams played. And with that, Austin, I'm going to step aside. We'll wait till the teams come back out, because if they're going to play some music, it's going to be loud. I believe they've turned the music down low enough where we can talk. But going back again, we talked before the game also, the defense was going to be the key. Ridgeview scored 70 points the last time these two teams met. Warriors have done a pretty good job of trimming that down. You take out that one little mini spurt Ridgeview got on right there. A lot of that was just by turnovers by Central that led to some easy baskets on the Ridgeview Wolfpack side. You take those out, really, Central Warriors defense has played really well for the first half. And again, as you mentioned, they got to keep that up in the second half.
That's right. And Gabe Count's definitely not as much of an impact as he has been in the past couple of games. And I think a lot of that's because he's being guarded a lot better, being frustrated. Today, Lester, and then they had Elkins on him, frustrating him. And it seems like he's the nucleus of that team. And when he's got it going, then the rest of the team gets some confidence built up. So I think going into the second half, if you can keep him contained, then I like your chances.
Yeah, a few quick scores update. I'm sure everyone listening back at home uses me as their score update. They don't have Twitter or anything like that. Union in the other game tonight, Union is leading Lehigh 40-21. These are all first-round games. The winners of these games will advance to Wednesday night semifinals to be played at Gate City. Union up 40-21 at the half. And a game that tipped off at 6 o'clock, a little earlier start, John Battle defeated Abingdon 68-59. John Battle was the 4 seed, and Abingdon was the 5, so the better seed held in that one. And Union, as the 2 seed, is up on Lehigh as the 7 seed, so the better seed holding there. And again, Central, as the 3 seed, leads the 6 seed Ridgeview Wolfpack 32-27. So right now, as they'll say come March, it's all chalk right now. The 2 games still have a whole half to go, but right now, the better seed is holding up their end of the bargain, looking to advance again to Wednesday night semifinal action to be played at Gate City.
Well, that was an abrupt end. We had
and
it's back.
Yeah, we're back.
Never can tell around here. They turn it down, crank it up, keeps you on your toes. That's what we like here at the Warrior broadcast. About 35 seconds here before the second half gets underway. Neil Shaw will rip a good solo for you. You know, the Warriors, they played really well in the first quarter, and then it seemed like they were about shocked there in the second, but were able to rebound, and that's a good sign that they didn't get frantic and let things get out of hand. So I think that as long as the Warriors can keep playing the way they're playing right now and limit game counts and play good, solid defense and get easy looks at the basket, they were making the threes in the first quarter. Made a few there maybe in the second, but not near as much. But get shots in closer to the basket, and they should be able to walk away with this one.
Well, I'm not going to stop believing, Austin. I have faith. I believe in this Warriors team. I felt coming in tonight they were going to be the better team, and as we said, it's tough to beat a team 3 times. 16 minutes of basketball left. 16 minutes stands between the Warriors and Wednesday night. Let's see what the Warriors can do here in the second half.
Well, on the floor here to start the second half for the Warriors, it's going to be Damon Lester, Tyler Vanover, Bryson Collins, Ben Stallard, and Elijah Hayes. Like the starting 5 on the floor for the Wolfpack: Gabe Counts, Tyler O'Quinn, Brody Counts, Trenton Adkins, and Gabe Brown. Wolfpack will start off with the ball. O'Quinn has it. He's at the free throw line. Hands it off to Gabe Counts. Brings it back out. Hands off to Brody Counts. Heads left. Into the baseline. Will go up on a layup, and it's good. Quick 2 there from Brody Counts makes it 32-29.
Again, we're seeing Damon Lester back on Gabe Counts as the Warriors go back to the man-to-man defense.
Vanover has it on the left wing. Passes back to Lester. Lester's at the top of the key. Finds Tyler Vanover. Passes to Lester. Lester to Vanover, right corner. In the Ben Stallard on the block. Layup is up, no good. Collins gets the rebound, tries to put it back, and they're going to call a jump ball. Looks like him and Gabe Brown got tangled up. Still going to be Central ball. So Hayes will be set to inbound under his own basket. Looking to find a teammate. Finds Vanover. Vanover pass to Lester, back to Vanover to Hayes. Hayes to Vanover. Hands off to Lester. Back to Vanover. Finds Ben Stallard, right corner. Pass to Hayes, top of the key. He'll drive in. A floater's up. No good. Brown comes away with the rebound. Passes to Gabe Counts. Wolfpack the other way. Gabe Counts passes to Brody Counts. Heads left. Stops. Passes out to Brown. Brown back to Brody Counts. Crosses over. Drives in. Stops. Passes to Brown. His shot's up. No good. They're going to say it was last out on Collins. So the Wolfpack will retain possession. So a 6:32 to go here in this third quarter. Brown looking to inbound. Finds Brody Counts. Steps back. Mid-range shot is good from Brody Counts. Makes it 32-31. Central's lead is trimmed down to a single point. Vanover passes to Lester. Lester passes to Hayes. Hayes into Stallard. A good find, but Hayes cannot convert the wide open shot. But then a pass stolen by Lester. Gives it back to Stallard on the block. Not to Vanover. That's a wide open 3. Rattles around. Won't fall. Atkins goes away with the defensive rebound. Ahead to Gabe Counts. Fast break here for the Wolfpack. Ball is poked away. Ends up in the hands of Brown. That's a 3, and it's good. A straightaway three there from Gabe Brown makes it 34-32, Wolfpack lead. Pass to Vanover. Passes to Lester, who hands right back to Vanover. Passes to Hayes, right wing. Heads towards the top of the key, finds Lester. Lester to Vanover in the left corner. Finds Collins. Collins will go up, and that one's good, so we're tied at 34.
On the offensive side, the Warriors just kind of moving the ball around slowly. When they get the ball inside of the post, better things are happening right there inside to Bryson Collins. Got a good, easy shot inside. You got to get the ball inside of the post.
Brown's pass is intended for Gabe Counts. A little bit behind him. It's out of bounds. The Warrior ball as Ben Bricky, Landon Elkins, and Jordan Bishop check in for the Warriors.
Those 2 points by Collins actually snapped the 7-0 run that Ridgeview was on to begin the second half. So
Elkins will walk it across half court here for Central. Finds Vanover left wing to Hayes, top of the key. Elkins right wing. Finds Ben Bricky in the right wing, back to Elkins. To Vanover to Hayes. Passing around the perimeter, back to Elkins. To Vanover, Bricky. Bricky's pass intended for Bishop, poked away and eventually stolen by Brody Counts. Passes to Gabe Counts. Ridgeview's headed the other way. Gabe Counts has it. Started by Elkins. Lonzo Quinn back to Counts. Passes right back to O'Quinn. Back to Counts. It's a two-man game here. And Counts is going to drive in. Layup is up and good. Tough shot there from Counts, but it falls. Makes it 36-34. Ridgeview up by 2. Elkins has it for the Warriors. Passes to Vanover. Back to Elkins. To Hayes. Hayes finds Elkins top of the key. Elkins back to Hayes to Vanover. He'll pull that corner three. It's good. Three-pointer from Hayes. Makes it 37-36. Warriors up 1.
Actually, Vanover hit that three right there. Big shot by Vanover.
So Gabe Counts has it. Poked out by either Elkins or Bricky. Couldn't really tell, but nevertheless, Warriors will gain possession off the Ridgeview turnover.
Goes back to what we saw in the first half. Gabe Counts getting extremely frustrated by this Warriors defense. Again, right there, Warriors trapped him at half court. Ball deflected off his leg and out of bounds. I think he thinks he's getting fouled. There's been some fouls, but the referees are letting him play. Again, we're halfway through the second period. Ain't been a foul, third period. Ain't been a foul called yet.
Looks like Mullins will check in there for Adkins during that dead ball. Into Bishop on the block. He'll go up. And good. Two-pointer there from Bishop makes it 39-36. Warriors up 3. O'Quinn bobbled the inbound pass, but holds on to it. That pass ahead intended for Brown a little bit high. Bishop comes away with it. Passes to Hayes. Hayes will put up a floater. Won't go. Gets his own rebound. Goes up again. It's blocked. And Brody Counts comes away with it. Passes to Brown. To Gabe Counts. And they're going to get Hayes on a reach-in foul there. That'll be the first team foul of this half. Hayes picks it up. So now Phillips will come in for O'Quinn here for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, the Warriors had switched defenses right there as we have a timeout being called by Ridgeview. Central had switched defenses into their kind of a 1-3, 1-1-2-2, I guess three-quarter court press looking to trap at half court. Again, the key in that is it slows Ridgeview down. It kind of eliminates any transition. But if you miss a rotation somewhere on the backside, it could lead to an easy three. So far with the Warriors, they've hit their execution, they've hit their rotations, and it led to a few turnovers right there by Ridgeview that let Central come out on their little mini run. And as we saw in the first half also, this is a game of runs. Ridgeview started off on a 7-0 run. Central's come right back on their own little mini run of their own. And it looks like we've kind of reached that spot in the game where it could just kind of stick around and be a nip and tuck game the rest of the way. It's about halfway through the third period.
Well, Central's continuing to frustrate Gabe Counts, as you mentioned there, and that's resulting in turnovers. Central putting more of a three-quarter court press on them there and causing some turnovers as well. And Central's had some good looks. Really should be up by more. And laughing there is a good friend, Tyler Stapleton, was holding up a trash can in the student section. Not really sure why, but gave me a good laugh. Appreciate it, Tyrone.
I believe we got a little give and take from the student section. Ridgeview ain't really got a student section, but our student section with some of the Ridgeview students over here kind of giving a little back and forth here in the stands.
So Gabe Counts has it. He finds Brown. Brown to Mullins. That's a long two-pointer. It's no good. Bricky rebound. Passes to Elkins. Finds Vanover. Back to Elkins. To Hayes, left wing. To Vanover. Back to Elkins. Elkins finds Bishop in the right corner. Bishop cross-court pass tipped. Eventually stolen by Gabe Counts and a foul committed. I believe they're going to get Elijah Hayes on that one.
It's going to be Elijah's second personal, both personal fouls here in this period, and only 2 team fouls for Central.
So Ridgeview will hold on to possession here. Brown looking to inbound. Gets it into Gabe Counts. Elkins guarding him closely. Counts almost lost his dribble, but somehow holds on to it. Finds Brown. Into Mullins. Shot is up and good. Highly contested shot from Mullins, but it falls 39-38. Vanover with it on the left wing on the other end. Passes to Elkins, back to Vanover. Puts up a runner. That one's no good. Brody Counts gets the rebound. Passes to Gabe Counts. Ridgeview's headed the other way. Pass ahead to Mullins. Brody Counts a 3 now, and that one's good. So Brody Counts hit a couple threes here in this game, makes it 41-39. Ridgeview up 2.
5-0 run by the Wolfpack.
Hayes with it now for Central. Finds Vanover. Vanover passes back to Hayes, then to Elkins on the right wing. Finds Bishop. Bishop shot rejected by Brody Counts. That one was all ball. There's no arguing that one. But it's out of bounds off of Counts. Or Central will hold on to possession. Looks like Adkins and O'Quinn will check in here for the Wolfpack. And I believe Collins and Stallard check in for Central. As well as Ben Bricky, I want to say. Nevertheless, he puts one in there off the inbound pass, ties it up at 41.
Looks like Nick Phillips also in for Ridgeview, number 2.
He may have been in before, but he's in there now. O'Quinn's pass tipped by Elkins. Hayes eventually comes away with it. Hayes, a spin move and a floater. Shot is up, no good, but he was fouled on his way up. He'll get 2 at the line.
Foul's going to be called number 5, Tyler O'Quinn. Not updating the scoreboard here tonight, Austin. It's really tough to keep track of who has how many fouls.
Yeah, they don't have any of the usual stats up. Do have team fouls, though. That's the first on Ridgeview here in the second half. Hayes' free throws up and good. Makes it 42-41. Puts Central up by a digit. 1:22 left here in this third quarter. And I believe they've been delaying the second free throw because Ben Bricky's shoe was untied. He has it laced up. Hayes' second attempt, good as well from the line. 43-41. Lester will come in for him after he makes that pair at the stripe.
That's probably a substitution now. Elijah Hayes with 2 personal fouls, 1:20 to go. Let's not have him pick up the third here in this final minute, save him for the fourth quarter.
Gabe Counts, long pass ahead to Mullins. Mullins trapped, it's poked away. He recovers it, passes to O'Quinn. O'Quinn guarded by Elkins. Hands off to Phillips. Phillips stops on a dime. May have traveled, but they're not going to call it. Passes to Gabe Counts.
That's a slippery dime.
The dime could have been under his shoe and slid with him. O'Quinn fouled. We'll see who it's on. I believe they're going to get Landon Elkins on that one. I want to say Elkins has already picked up one. That may be his second. It's the third team foul here on the Warriors. Gabe Counts with it, finds Mullins at the elbow, out to Phillips. That pass stolen by Lester. Fast break now for the Warriors. Lester took the contact, went up, no good. And
they're letting them play, Austin. That's about all you can say.
Definitely letting them play. It looked like they're going to call it out. They originally said it was Central ball, but I think anybody with eyes could have seen that Landon Elkins, it was off his foot. So Ridgeview has possession here. Hayes Lester with a Poke away and a steal. Passes to Elkins, who puts it in. 45-41 score now. And they're going to get Ricky, looks like, on a blocking foul there as Counts was hustling up the floor. Definitely a lot of physicality here in this third quarter.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. Gabe Counts getting very frustrated. He was frustrated on that last steal. Thought he got poked in the face. Damon Lester got credit for the steal, which led to the easy layup. He thought he was fouled. And then right there, he got very aggressive. Almost got a charge, but he got the block on the Warriors.
So Quinn has it. Passes ahead to Counts. Gabe Counts, that is. Puts up a wild shot. Won't go. Ben Snowler with the rebound. 12 seconds left here in the third. Elkins has it. Out to Bricky. 5 seconds. To Collins. Top of the key. 3 seconds. Collins, a long two. Didn't hit anything but air. Nevertheless, after 3, Warriors up 4, 45-41.
Pretty exciting 8 minutes again. Austin Warriors had a 5-point lead going into the half. Ridgeview trimmed it by 1. 1 point, Ridgeview took the lead, and Central came right back and regained the lead. That was a quarter of runs. It's been a game of runs. Both teams just back and forth. Not like what we saw last time when we saw Union. That Union game is like we had scored 2, Union scored 2, and it just kept going back and forth. 1 point lead, 1 point lead the other way. This is more a team gets up by about 4 or 5, and then somebody goes on about a 7-0 run. And they go up by a couple, and then the other team goes on a run. So it's been an exciting game. A lot of those runs have been when a team starts getting a little sloppy and turning the ball over. But, again, we're 24 minutes in. Central still up by 4. 8 more minutes to go to advance to Wednesday night.
Well, like you say, it's been back and forth so far. Honestly, at this point, both teams are playing pretty equal. It's up for anybody to take. And, of course, here on Central Warrior Radio, we hope the Warriors will take it.
There's the last warning buzzer. Again, this is potentially the final 8 minutes. Could be the final 8 minutes for one of these two team seasons. For Ridgeview, if they do not come back and win this game, their season is over. If Central does not come back and win, or if Central somehow or another loses this 4-point lead, their season would hang in the balance. And let's hope that does not happen. Let's hope we can hang on for this win. Ridgeview has the basketball. It's in the hands of Brown. He goes inside to Brody Counts. Back to Brown, who takes the quick 3 from the wing. It goes halfway down but comes out. Bryson Collins gets the rebound, throws it up to Landon Elkins. Elkins over to Ben Bricky on the wing. He gets it to Damon Lester at the volleyball line at the top of the key. Back to Ben Bricky. Down inside to Ben Stowler. Back up to Bricky. Over to Elkins. Over to Lester. Inside to Collins. His right-handed hook shot's a little too weak. Hits the front of the rim. No good. Atkins comes away with the rebound. He gives it to O'Quinn, who dribbles it slowly as the Warriors down a 2-3 zone. Over to Gabe Counts. Gabe Counts has been double-teamed in front of the Ridgeview bench. He dribbles out to the corner. Finally gives it to Atkins. He skips it over to Brown. Brown to O'Quinn. O'Quinn penetrates to his right. Gives it to Gabe Counts. He goes over to Brown. Brown goes inside to Atkins. Atkins turns around in the lane. Not a lot there, and he turns it over. Ben Bricky with the steal. His handoff to Landon Elkins is stolen. It's a loose ball now. It's on the floor, and finally we have a whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to the Warriors. Sloppy handoff right there by the Warriors. Landon Elkins lost control of it. And then Ridgeview got control of it. And then Landon Elkins deflected it back away. And then we had a loose ball situation. Referees go with the jump ball. And as I said, possession arrow in possession of Central. Slow down in play right now as Ridgeview's head coach was saying he called a timeout. He wanted a timeout. He won't get it, and Central will get the basketball. They inbound it right in front of us to Landon Elkins. He stands at the C, crosses half court, gives it to Tyler Vanover. Vanover over to Lester, inside to Elkins. Skips it over to Lester, and it's stolen away, or at least tipped away. Good hustle right there by Gabe Brown. Dove head first for it, but the ball sails off of the scorer's table, out of bounds. Ball goes back to Central. 6:41. Neither team has scored yet here in the fourth period. Landon Elkins has it. Elijah Hayes set to check in for the Warriors. Damon Lester on the right wing looking for someone to throw it to, and instead throws it wide of Landon Elkins. It sails out of bounds beside the scorer's table. That's going to be a turnover. Ball goes back to Ridgeview. 6:28 left here in regulation. Warriors hanging on to a closely 4-point lead. Gabe Brown inbounds it to Gabe Counts. He skips it up ahead to Brody Counts. Over to O'Quinn for three. It's too strong off the iron, no good. Ben Stowler pulls the rebound. Elijah Hayes skips it up to Tyler Vanover, and it's deflected out of bounds by O'Quinn. We're 1:45 into the fourth period. Both teams looking for their first points. Warriors hanging on to a 45-41 lead. Elijah Hayes over on the Warriors side in the corner, set to inbounds. And before he can do so, Coach McCamus decides he wants a 30-second timeout. That will be the Warriors' second charged timeout. Should leave them 3 left. Let's see if Coach McCamus uses this quick timeout to maybe draw up a quick set. See if we can't score something against this Ridgeview Wolfpack zone.
Well, the Warriors, they've their passes up court, they're kind of just lobbing them up, and the Ridgeview defenders are able to jump up and tip them. If they're going to, toss those passes up court, they need to put a little bit more pepper on them. And Ridgeview, their focus, like you say, their season's pretty much over if they lose this game here, and they're really pestering Central defensively. Central needs to stay focused and not get caught slacking.
One thing I've noticed for Central that works, when they move the ball around quickly and they get the ball inside to the post, good things have happened. When they slow it down and just pass it around the perimeter, things kind of get stale and stagnant, and they've had a tough time scoring. Let's see what Coach McCamus draws up as the timeout is over. Elijah Hayes has it at the half-court line. He gives it to Damon Lester on the left wing. Ball goes to Tyler Vanover at the volleyball line. Elijah Hayes, back to Lester, back to Vanover. Warriors in no hurry. Goes back to Elijah Hayes. We're under 6 minutes left. Ball goes back to Vanover. Almost looks like the Warriors may just be sort of holding the ball out here around the perimeter at this moment. Elijah Hayes penetrates in, loses control of it for a second, and it's tied up. Possession arrow goes to Ridgeview. Almost looked like Central was going to maybe just milk some clock. Elijah Hayes tried to penetrate into the lane, lost control of it. Ball goes back to Ridgeview. Brown has it, skips over to Gabe Counts in the corner. Warriors try to trap unsuccessfully. Brody Counts skips it across to O'Quinn. He penetrates in, loses control, back to Brody Counts. His three from the top of the key hits the front of the iron and is no good. Elijah Hayes has it. He races ahead, now pulls it back out, gets it to Tyler Vanover at the free throw line. Over to Damon Lester. He holds it out past the volleyball line, goes to Hayes. And Warriors keeping control of the basketball out past the volleyball line. Vanover skips it over, hands it off to Lester. Again, out past the volleyball line, over to Vanover. Finally goes inside to Bryson Collins. His mid-range jump shot is no good. Atkins comes away with the rebound. He skips it over to Gabe Counts, and he's immediately fouled by Damon Lester. We're 2:58, Austin, into the fourth period. Both teams still looking to break the seal on the rim and score their first points here of the period. Not necessarily because of outstanding defense either. It's just the first 3 minutes have been very slow and methodical here in this fourth period. And to make it even slower, Ridgeview wants a timeout. Looks like it will be a 30-second variety. So also it's kind of an up and down game, and now it's kind of like who wants to score? Who wants it? At this point, Central kind of looks like they're just sort of content with holding the ball and letting the clock run out. Ridgeview just can't quite execute something on their side. I'm not a big fan of the strategy this early in the game, because if Ridgeview comes out and knocks down a three like we've seen, and you let your offense kind of go stagnant, it could be tough to wake it back up for the Warriors.
Well, and you're only up by 4. It's not like you've got a 10, 15-point lead here. It's just a 4-point lead. That can be trimmed very quickly. And so I agree. I don't think the Warriors should be trying to milk it just yet.
I'm good with hanging on to the win, but I worry more if Ridgeview comes out and knocks down a shot or two. Can you re-energize your offense after you sort of slowed it down as the Warriors have for the first 3 minutes? Central now backing up into a half-court zone. Looks like maybe about a half-court 2-3. Ridgeview kicks it up. That ball was deflected, and it's going to be hung on to by Atkins. He gets it inside to Brody Counts, and he's fouled on the shot by number 44. Nope. Correction, they're going to call it on Elijah Hayes, number 14. That's going to be his third personal foul. It's going to be the Warriors' 6th team foul. And with that foul, Austin, it actually just hit me. That's Elijah's third. Last time these two teams met, he had 3 in the first period. First free throw from Brody Counts is good. Warriors now only lead by 3 with 4:50 remaining in this contest. Ben Stowler checks out of the game, being replaced by Jordan Bishop. Brody Counts at the free throw line, 4:50 left. His team trails by 3. He spins it and shoots it. Back of the rim, rattles in and out, no good. Loose ball rebound, comes down to Brown. Brown lays it up and in, and it's down to 1. Central leads 45-44, 4:40 to go. Elijah Hayes to Vanover. Vanover back to Hayes, over to Lester. Lester looks inside, gives it to Jordan Bishop. Bishop skips it over to Hayes. Hayes penetrates in, shoots the right-handed floater. It crawls, rattles in and out, no good. Brown comes down with the rebound. Ridgeview pushes it up ahead. Skip pass is no good. It's deflected by Elijah Hayes. It's tipped from behind, and it's saved by Ridgeview. That's Timmy Hess. Back comes Ridgeview inside to Adkins. Good hustle by Damon Lester. It's a loose ball. And on his back, Timmy Hess tries to save it. Last touch by Timmy Hess as he lays on his back. It goes out of bounds off of Timmy Hess. It clearly touched Timmy Hess. Clearly off Timmy Hess. Ball will go back to the Warriors.
That was an exciting 20 seconds there.
That was hard to keep up with.
That's right.
We're down to 4 minutes to go. We're halfway through the final period. Warriors up by 1. Elijah Hayes has it. He stands in the circle. He now passes it over to Damon Lester. Over to Tyler Vanover inside the circle. Over to Elijah Hayes on the Warriors logo. Hayes skips it over to Tyler Vanover. Vanover looks away from the basket. Gives it to Lester. Back to Vanover. Down to 3:40. Back to Elijah Hayes. Over to Damon Lester inside to Jordan Bishop. Bishop puts the ball on the floor, loses his dribble, finds Damon Lester. Back to Elijah Hayes, standing inside the half-court circle. No-look pass into Ben Stowler. Back out to Tyler Vanover. He dribbles it back beyond the volleyball line. Back to Damon Lester. Lester waits for a screen from Ben Stowler. He hands it off to Elijah Hayes. Back to Tyler Vanover. Again, the Warriors out beyond the volleyball line. Damon Lester now has it, gives it back to Tyler Vanover. He dribbles it back to the half-court circle. Goes to Jordan Bishop in front of the Warriors bench. He gives it back to Tyler Vanover. Elijah Hayes now penetrates in. He's tripped. Gives it to Damon Lester. Lester dribbles it back out. Gives it to Tyler Vanover beyond the volleyball line. Back to Elijah Hayes. Hayes bounced past to Damon Lester. He penetrates in, shoots the floater. It rattles all the way around the rim. No good. Bishop comes away with the rebound. His turnaround hook shot hits the net. Warriors back up by 3. 2:45 left. 47-44 Warriors. Gabe Count skips it over to Brown. Brown goes inside to Adkins. Adkins skip pass is stolen by Tyler Vanover. He's got a breakaway layup. He goes up. It's no good. Brown comes away with the rebound. He loses it. Last touch by Brown. Ball will go back to the Central Warriors.
Brown went into the first row of the stands. Hit his leg on the rail there. Could have been back.
And as you said, Ridgeview has nothing to lose. They lose tonight and their season's over. So Brown doing everything he can to try to extend the Ridgeview season. Warriors lead 47-44, 2:25 to go. Ben Stowler has it. He skips it out to Lester. Lester looking away from the basket, gets it to Ben Stowler. Over to Tyler Vanover, to Elijah Hayes, to Damon Lester. Back to Hayes, again out past the volleyball line. Inside to Ben Stowler, he turns, gives it to Tyler Vanover. To the corner to Jordan Bishop. Bishop inside to Ben Stowler. He pump fakes, goes up, and he draws the foul. It will be a shooting foul. Ben Stowler will go to the line. The foul is going to be called on number 32, Gabe Brown. 2:06 left. Central hanging on to a 3-point lead. Ben Stowler at the free throw line. He takes a couple of dribbles. He shoots it. It's good. Warriors extend the lead to 4, 48-44, as Tyler O'Quinn checks in, replacing Timmy Hess. Ben Stowler will get one more free throw. And the Warriors looking to advance to Wednesday night semifinal action. We'll play the winner of the Union Bears and the Lehigh Generals. His second attempt is good. Warriors now up 49-44 as the clock ticks down to 2 minutes. 2 minutes left in this contest. Gabe Counts has it. He skips it inside to Brody Counts. Out to O'Quinn, to the corner to Brown for an open three. It's too strong, no good. Tyler Vanover chases down the rebound. He secures it, hands it off to Elijah Hayes. Hayes inside to Ben Stowler. Hits the bottom of the backboard. It looks like Brody Counts will come away with it, and he gives it to Gabe Counts. Down to 1:33 left. Gabe Counts to Brown. Brown goes to the corner to O'Quinn. Back to Gabe Counts. He loses it for a second, gets his dribble, penetrates in. No look pass is stolen by Jordan Bishop, and Bishop is fouled by Atkins. That's only going to be Ridgeview's third personal foul. They still got some fouls to give. We're down to 1:24 left. Looks like Ridgeview now calling out for a new defense. They've been in the 2-3 zone the entire night. Now down 5 with under a minute and a half. They've got to switch. Their head coach, Evan McCowan, calling for the fouls if they can't get a steal. Damon Lester set to inbound the basketball in front of the bench. He does so to Jordan Bishop. Over to Ben Stallard. Ben Stallard to Lester. Lester over to Hayes. Hayes penetrates in, decides it's best to pull it out, and he's finally fouled with 1:16 left. Foul is going to be called on number 32, Gabe Brown. Looking over at the scorer's table, it was either 2 or 3 fouls on Gabe Brown. Elijah Hayes set to inbound the basketball directly in front of us here in front of the Ridgeview Wolfpack side of the bleachers. He does so to Tyler Vanover, and Tyler Vanover is immediately fouled by Tyler O'Quinn. Only 1 second runs off the clock. That will be the 5th team foul by Ridgeview. Still one more foul to give before it puts the Warriors into the bonus. Now Damon Lester set to inbound the basketball as it's directly at half court in front of some of the media tables, directly in front of us. Damon Lester inbounds it to Jordan Bishop in the backcourt. He hands it off to Damon Lester. And after 3 seconds, Ridgeview finally gets the foul on Lester. Waiting to see who the foul is on, as there were 2 Ridgeview players in the vicinity. Foul is going to be called number 3, Gabe Counts. One more team foul will put the Warriors into the 1-1 bonus. Down to 1:12 left, and the Warriors up 49-44. Damon Lester again will inbound the basketball here in front of us. Warriors broke out their play a little too quick. They finally inbound to Elijah Hayes. Hayes is immediately fouled, only a couple seconds run off the clock. And with that foul is going to be called number 5, Tyler O'Quinn. Ridgeview finally reaches the bonus, and that will send Central to the free throw line for a 1-1. 1:09 left in the contest. Elijah Hayes going to the line. We're to that point of the game now where if Central can just make their free throws and play defense, they'll advance to Wednesday night. Elijah Hayes takes a couple of dribbles. His shot's up and good. Warriors now up by 6 as Landon Elkins checks in to replace Jordan Bishop. Coach McCamus now looking for some defense instead of offense as Elkins in for Bishop. Still one more free throw awaiting Elijah Hayes as he tries to extend this Warriors lead and milk this game away. Ben Bricky now checks into the scorer's table. Second free throw hits nothing but net. Warriors up by 7. And with Ben Bricky at the scorer's table, we have a quick pause in the action as he takes Ben Staller's place. Warriors up by 7. 1:09 left in this contest. Ridgeview basketball. They got to go the full length of the court. They inbound it to Gabe Counts. He trots about the 25% speed up, gives it to Brown. Brown goes inside to Mullins. He nearly lost possession of it. Mullins puts the ball on the floor, kicks it back out to Brown. We're under 55 seconds left. Brown's trap goes behind his back to Mullins. Mullins puts it on the floor, kicks it out to Brody Counts. Ball goes back out to O'Quinn. A lot of time running off. He dribbles it out, gets it to Brody Counts. Brody Counts dribbles it around. Ridgeview in no hurry to get a shot off. Finally, Brown with a deep 3. From the rim, no good. Mullins with the rebound. He goes up. His shot's blocked. Brown gets the loose ball, makes the shot. And with that, Coach McCowan wants a timeout. The score cuts it to 5, but Austin, they ran off 40 seconds on that one possession. They got the ball back with 1:09. It now says 29. So it took Ridgeview 40 seconds to get those 2 points. And yes, the 2 points are very important. But at this point, if you're Ridgeview, those 40 seconds are more important.
That's right. That was great defensive effort there from Central. They really shut down every passing lane. A Ridgeview player pick up his dribble, need to find a teammate. There'd be Warrior defenders there cutting off the lanes. It's great defense there from Central. Almost had the defensive rebound, but I think Brown came away with it and put it in. But a great defensive effort there from Central.
Yeah, great job right there. Again, Ridgeview just could not get an open look at the basket. They moved it around and just continued to pass it, just could not get a look. And like I said, it took off 40 seconds before they could get a shot off. So here we are, Central up by 5. And Austin, I just happened to check, and with under a minute or with under 17 seconds to go, 3 minutes ago anyway on Twitter, Union was clinging to a 3-point lead against Lee. Union up 62-59. And what makes that game important is the winner of that game will meet the winner of this game. And that's the 2-7 matchup this year being the 3-6. The winner of that one will meet the winner of this one Wednesday night at Gate City. Jordan Bishop inbounds the basketball, 29 seconds away to advance into that contest. He inbounds it to Tyler Vanover. Vanover dribbles it, and 3 seconds later, we finally have a foul that's going to be called on Ridgeview. That foul is going to be called on number 2, Nick Phillips. Ridgeview sending in some substitutes to get some fouls, as Gabe Counts and Brown were on the bench for that defensive possession as they now check back in. Tyler Vanover, one of the Warriors' better free throw shooters, steps up to the free throw line, looking to again salt this game away for the Warriors. Warriors lead 51-46, 26 seconds remain. He gets the ball, takes 3 dribbles, eyes the rim, shoots it. Nothing but net, Austin. Warriors now up by 6. 52-46. 26 seconds remain. Vanover receives the basketball from the official. 3 dribbles, looks at the rim, shoots. Nothing but net. Warriors now up by 7. 26 seconds to go. Gabe Counts with it. Dribbles down. Shoots the ball about near the volleyball line. Hits the back of the rim, no good. Brody Counts gets the rebound. His scoop shot, back of the rim, no good. Elijah Hayes grabs the rebound, and he's going to be fouled by Atkins. And Austin with 14 seconds left. Warriors with a 7-point lead. And Ridgeview with only 1 timeout. I'm calling it. Coach McCamus is as well. I look across. Here comes Maddox Reynolds, number 50. Here comes Logan Mullins, number 42. Here comes Ethan Mullins, number 40. Coach McCamus is sending the reserves. Looks like Central's advancing to Wednesday night.
We hope. Anything can happen.
Hey,
but I don't see anything happening.
Elijah Hayes' first free throw attempt hits the back of the rim. Brown with the rebound. Down to 11 seconds to go. Counts, dribbles down. Kicks it near the corner to O'Quinn. He shoots the 3. It's air ball. No good. Tyler Vanover comes down with the rebound. He gives it to Ethan Mullins. It's stolen away by O'Quinn. O'Quinn makes the layup, but there's the buzzer. With the final score of 53-48, this one will belong to the Warriors, and the Warriors will advance to Wednesday night semifinal action. And not only that, this win will also guarantee the Warriors a trip to the Region D tournament, where seeding and all that will be determined as the week plays out. But the most important thing is now we advance to Wednesday night at Gate City.
I've seen Coach McCamus there. Definitely excited about this win. Giving all his players high fives there as they got ready to shake hands. This win means a lot to them after they lost twice. Really shouldn't have lost either time. But nevertheless, they come away victorious this time. And the one that really matters, and a lot of smiles from the Warrior players as well as the Warrior fans.
Yeah, good job out there by the Warriors. I just checked. We will play Union Wednesday night. Union escaped with a 5-point win tonight over Lehigh. So Wednesday night, we get round 3 with the Union Bears. You know, we previewed this game tonight by saying it's tough to beat a good team 3 times. Ridgeview could not do that. On Wednesday night, we get the Union Bears. Union Bears, the 2 seed. We're the 3 seed. We beat Union twice already. Can we beat them 3 times on Wednesday night?
Well, a couple things play in the Warriors' advantage. Number one, it's a neutral side. It's not either team's home gym, so that may help them out. And also, Union doesn't have much of a bench. I think they only got 2 players maybe coming off the bench, so the Warriors definitely have them on depth, and that may come into play. But, I like the Warriors' chances. It's been pretty close games last 2 times the teams have matched up. I think Central's just got to stay focused. And if they play like they did not, play as a team, play hard, good defense, they should be able to come away with a win there too.
Yeah, that's the key tonight. Again, we came into this night, the 2 times we played Ridgeview, they scored 70 and 59 points. Tonight, we held them to just 48. So an outstanding job on the defensive side. I said coming in that was going to be a key to watch. Who guarded Gabe Counts? We saw Daymont Lester on him most of the time. When the Warriors subbed, we did see them switch into the 2-3 zone. They even switched into some, three-quarter court. Never really went full court press. It was more of a backed-off press, and that was probably by design to try to limit any transition and open threes that Ridgeview may get. And so great defensive adjustments by Coach McAmis and the rest of his staff. Good job by the Warriors tonight implementing those adjustments and holding them to just 48 points. Oddly enough, last time Central played Ridgeview, we scored 69 points. Tonight we only scored 53. But the most important thing is that no matter how many points you score, how many you give up, it's how many more did you score than the other team. And as long as it's one at this point in the season, that's all we need. And the Warriors came away with a 5-point win.
Well, I guess we'll hang around here and see if they're going to send anybody up. Big win for the Warriors. A lot of people maybe a little bit worried. Those thoughts lingering from the two losses, but Warriors came out like it didn't even faze them. Completely new mindset for them, and it worked. They're going to come away with the win, move on to Wednesday.
Yeah,
I'm expecting Sam to send somebody up here.
Me too. We'll have to wait and see. Just to preview real quick what to expect on Wednesday. Against Central, we'll play Union. That will be the 2 versus 3 seed game. That game is set to tip off at 6 o'clock at Gate City High School, at Gate City Middle School. Correction, they play their games in the middle school. That will be a 6 o'clock tip off at Gate City Middle School. And if you're a Warriors fan and you're listening at home, here's what I can tell you. Get to Gate City early. Gate City fans like to pack the gym early. Gate City will play the nightcap. They will play the latter of the two games against John Battle. That game will probably set the tip about 7:30 or 8. But Gate City fans will get there when the doors open at 5. So if you're a Central Warriors fan and you want to get a good seat for the Central Union game, which is set the tip at 6 o'clock, my advice is to get there early. Austin and I, or Austin and whoever, I guess, will have the top row secured. Last time we had to sit up there in the top row of the stands, we had to unhook the mic and just sort of pass it back and forth. It's almost like we were, Bob Barker holding the microphone in her hand throughout that night and just had to broadcast the game. And I expect it to be a fun contest. I'm sure there's going to be a packed house. Again, Gate City will pack it just on their own fans waiting for the second game. But Central and Union, it's a rivalry game anyway. Both teams going to have to travel all the way to Scott County to play that game. But as you said, neutral floor. Gate City wins the conference. They get a host. We can't say a whole lot about that because our Central girls, they get to do the same coming in here Thursday night when the Mountain 7 Conference girls action semifinals will be here at Central.
Yeah, well, you mentioned there last time we were in the top row. Hopefully we'll have some better accommodations. Doubting it. I'm really doubting it, folks. I mean, it's not going to happen, but a man can dream. Hopefully we'll have some better accommodations, but no matter how we have to do it, we'll give you the game. We'll tell you what's going on.
Absolutely. So we're going to get anybody else, but just to recap what's coming up or to preview what's coming up. Wednesday night, Austin will have the the Union and Central basketball boys game over at Gate City. I can't quite commit to you just yet, Austin. We've got some middle school baseball stuff rolling in here this week. Not sure I'm going to be able to make it over to Gate City for that contest. I'm still kind of wait and see how that plays out. But Wednesday night, we'll bring you the Union and Central boys game. Thursday night, the Central girls will play here at home against an opponent that'll be to be determined. They will play the winner of the 4 or 5 seed, and the girls don't exactly know how that plays out. Friday night, win or lose, the Central boys will play again. Hopefully it'll be in the championship game against what we would just presume to be Gate City. That was a very good district championship game a year ago when Central played Gate City over at Gate City. So the boys will play Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. They will play again Friday night. It just depends on the outcome of Wednesday night's game. Girls will play Thursday night here at home, and then they will play again Saturday as well here at home.
All right, well, with that being said, Warriors come away with a 53-48 victory. We'll talk to you Wednesday.